Welcome to Michael Skits and Stories. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App $Michael US. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit all them buttons. Also, don't forget to check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all sit back, relax, and enjoy this story that I have for you today. This is a story that I seen with my own eyes. So this is back in high school out there in North Sacramento. There's a lot of gang activity, not just in North Sacramento, but all of Sacramento back when I was coming up. Sacramento was infested with gangs, and North Sacramento was no different. So we were in high school. My school was say half and half. For the black gangs, it was mostly Bloods. I want to say it's about 70% Bloods. Really want to say 85. No, I say about 80% Blood, 20% Crip. But it was heavily dominated by a lot of Blood gang members. So going to school with the Bloods, as far as the black gangs, and we were in geometry class, and our teacher was out for the day. We had a substitute teacher. So we had a substitute teacher, and we all know, especially. Now, I don't know about the suburban neighborhoods, but in the hood, if we ain't got to deal with our normal teacher, our regular teacher, because typically the regular teacher has law and order. The substitute teacher, it's more leeway. We get to breathe, we get to act a damn fool. So in the hood, when we have substitute teachers, people act a fool, but I didn't think that the Blood gang members were going to take it this far. So it was 3 of them in our geometry class: Keyshawn, Jamal, and Hakeem. And Hakeem seemed like he was the leader. He was the one like calling all the shots. He was the one like really pushing the front line, like really wanted to get his name out there as well as his gang out there to let everybody know they are tough, right? So the substitute teacher came in. Now this substitute teacher looked like a very old Urkel. He was just a regular black man. But he had a little muscle on him, had a little size on him. He wasn't big. I say he was about 5'10". He was slim. He was like a slim buff. Like he was slim, but he was lean, but you could tell he worked out. He had a sunroof. We call it a sunroof when an older man begins to lose his hair, and he has hair around around his head, around the crown, like the George Jefferson, the sunroof. His sunroof was missing. The whole top of his head had no hair. And he only had hair around his head, around that circumference. Yep, learned that in geometry. So he comes in, big old glasses, bald head, had the sunroof missing, had the suspenders, and like I said, he had a little muscle on him. He walks in, and them niggas started clowning. Them niggas started calling him Urkel. They start calling this man a virgin. They was just talking all kinds of shit. Now, see, the ghetto girls, I don't know if they were a gang member, but they from the hood, or they were just hood chicks. And one of them, name was Whitney. So Whitney, she's like I don't think she was trying to be mean. I think she just like the energy. She's just like a class clown. She's more of a class clown than a hood girl, but she's from the hood. And she like to instigate. So the gang member, as soon as he walked in, they was on his ass. And then she's hyping the gang members up. Now, I think she liked Hakeem, the ringleader of the Bloods that was in my classroom. I think she liked Hakeem. So every time Hakeem would call him Urkel, oh, man, shut up, Urkel. Now, he was just disrespectful. Remind you, we're only 16 and 17, right? And they're talking to a grown man like this. These little niggas are only 16 and 17, and they think they had what it takes to talk to a grown man who has life experience, who's gone through some things. But Keisha egged him every time he called him Urkel or what happened to your hair, nigga. That's what they asked him. That's what Hakeem asked the substitute teacher. What happened to your hair, nigga, on Bloods? That's what he said. What happened to your hair, nigga, on Bloods? I said, oh, man. I was never... See, my type of toughness, like, I'm only really tough when I have to be, when I have to get off in the nigga ass, like a nigga just, because once I get into that mode, I'm like this. Once you get into that mode, it's absolute terror. Like, because you piss me off because I gave you a chance. And once I get into that mode, knowing that there's danger, knowing that if I take you out, now I gotta deal with your homies. Now we entering an arena where I will have to do a lot of damage to a lot of niggas, and so be it. I don't care about jail time. I don't care about none of that. My only mission is to bring absolute pain, right? So I do my best to avoid disrespect. I was never disrespectful to my class, to my teachers. If I didn't like the teacher, I just ignore it, or I just stay out of class. I probably skip class or something. But these dudes were just disrespectful. Jamal talking about the man's suspenders. Jamal kept calling him a virgin, and they were just going at him, man. I mean, and so now I can see that the teacher is getting a little bit frustrated. He said, "You guys," he's talking to, a soothing tone. You guys, I'm a substitute teacher, and I appreciate it if you respect me as if I was your real teacher every day. And one of the Blood Gang members said, "Man, we don't respect that bitch either. What the fuck is you talking about?" Everybody started laughing, and Whitney, she just had a big smile. "Yeah, we don't respect her either. With your dumb ass. If we don't respect her, what makes you think we're gonna respect you?" And so the substitute teacher was like, "I understand that there may be some miscommunication here, but I have a class to teach. And even though you may not be interested, there's a lot of kids that are trying to get this information so they can go on to the next level. So I appreciate it if you guys would just be more respectful, just be quiet so I can finish my lesson. We only have 30 minutes left, so I appreciate it." It's before, and he was just being very respectful to these guys, to the gang members. The substitute teacher was being very respectful, and before he could finish his sentence, one of the gang members, "Man, shut your bitch ass up." And I was like, oh man, I'm like, so now my stomach is getting kind of tense, because I know any human being, there's only so much disrespect one person can take. But I just didn't know how much the teacher was going to take. I mean, they were just doing them dirty. He was like, "Okay, well, just keep it quiet." And he went back to his lessons. So as the teacher turned around, somebody, you see I had these things called spit wads. Like they chew up a piece of paper, they pull out a straw. It's kind of like what the Africans do when they pull up with those little darts, those little tranquilizers. And so somebody did that and hit the back of his neck with a big wet wad of paper. That paper flew so smoothly out of that damn straw. I said, how did they get that? How did they get it so smooth out that straw? I mean, it flew across because, it's kind of heavy. All that saliva, I mean, it was wet. I don't know. I guess that's why we're in geometry. I guess that's why somebody had that calculated. So that wad hit the back of his neck, and I seen him wipe that wad. You can see the saliva on the back of his neck and all on his hands. He said, "Excuse me. I don't know who did it, but I appreciate it if you don't do it again. I'm going to go wash my hands and the back of my neck, and I'll be back to continue our lesson. Just give me one moment, please." So I'm thinking he's going to the car. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. I think he about to go get that thing at the car. But he came back. The teacher went out. He washed his hands. It only took him about 5 minutes. We were close to the restroom. He went out, washed his hands, washed the back of his neck. I was like, man, I kind of felt sorry for the man. Like, damn, man, he's just trying to teach a class. Why y'all keep messing with him? So this is the second time, he had to stop the class. The third time, they still call him out his name. And somebody said, "Can you please hurry up with this goddamn lesson, man? We got shit to do on Bloods." He said, "I'm going to go at the pace that's convenient for me. And once again, I appreciate you guys if you be respectful, not only to me, but to the other classmates that want to learn." And the Blood Gang member, he was like, "Man, nobody give a fuck about what these people are trying to learn, man. This shit is boring. And you a fake ass teacher anyway. You're a substitute teacher. If you so good at what you do, how come you don't have your own classroom?" So when, I don't know what it was, but when he said fake teacher, I saw his whole face change. The substitute teacher entire demeanor changed. He started flexing. He said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You a fake teacher. Why you don't have your own classroom?" So as a substitute teacher was trying to clarify. He started walking towards Hakeem. Hakeem is the ringleader. Remember, this is the gang leader of the Bloods in our classroom. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "You heard what I said? You a fake ass teacher." So even Whitney said, "Oh shit!" When he started walking towards Hakeem, Whitney, everybody in the classroom felt the danger. Little Asian kids felt it. They started scooting their desks over to the left, away from the door, because Hakeem and the Bloods and the substitute teacher were closer to the door, and I was in the middle of the classroom, and Whitney was towards the back. So everybody's moving towards the back of the classroom where Whitney was. Everybody sliding their desks over, trying to move over because everything about this teacher changed. You start seeing the veins coming out of his neck. He started turning up. He said, "No, say it one more time." Now, Jamal and the other gang members, they started looking kind of nervous too, and they trying to champion on. And Hakeem was like, "Yeah, man." He was pointing at his other Jamal and the gang member. He's like, "Man, yeah, tell this nigga you're a fake teacher." And the other gang members didn't say nothing. The other Bloods didn't say nothing because everybody saw what this teacher was about to do. But Hakeem's still trying to put on this tough facade. He said, "You call me," and so the substitute teacher said, "You call me a fake teacher?" He said, "Yeah, nigga, you heard what I said." And before Hakeem can finish his sentence, boom, 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 boom. Oh, Whitney said, "Oh shit, call the cops. Oh shit, somebody call the cops." That teacher took off from that nigga. Took off like a NASA rocket. Somebody call up Elon Musk. Cause this spaceship is gone. He took off. Left, right, banging against him. And the other two dudes that was next to Hakeem, all of a sudden, their heads were in the textbook. They pretended like they didn't see nothing. Hakeem's henchmen, Hakeem's fellow gang members, watched as their leader get bamboozled. Boom, boom, boom. Man, Hakeem tried to grab onto his shirt. He grabbed a little bit around his collar, and he got onto his suspenders. Hakeem was grabbing the man's shirt, grabbing his suspender. Now he did rip off some of his shirt, but that didn't save him. He tried to get his balance. He said, "Come on." He said, "No, you call me a fake teacher?" He said, "You've been disrespectful the whole goddamn time." Oh man, he was giving the lecture while beating this boy down. Oh my God! All you see Hakeem head banging against the wall. "You don't call me a fake teacher, huh? My mother didn't put me to school. I can't even see my mother no more. And you call me a fake teacher?" Boom, boom. And so the other gang members, okay, that's enough. They try to jump on him, and the substitute teacher, bitch slapped him. But he hit that boy so damn hard. You can feel the aggression that was in this substitute teacher's aura. You can feel it. So not all the kids trying to jump in there. Then one of the kids ran out the classroom, got the other teacher, tell him to call the police, get the superintendent, get the principal, because this boy is getting beat down. And all the teacher, as he was beating up Hakeem, could tell my mother, "I can't even see my mother. I can't even see my mother. You call me a fake teacher? You know the shit I had to go through to get my goddamn degree." Boom. So everybody rushed on the teacher because they saw Hakeem was bleeding. Hakeem was, in the words of Friday, "You got knocked the F out." Oh man. So all the kids tried to restrain the teacher. The other teachers came in, they restrained them. The substitute teacher was arrested. Hakeem was arrested, but I heard they took him to the hospital, and then they had another investigation, and they had witnesses. They brought in what was happening. They talking about the wet wad that somebody shot through the straw. They talked about everything. There was witnesses and what happened, and oh man, it went down. So word got back about 2 weeks. That was the talk of the school 2 weeks later, and everybody was talking about that incident, but more information come out. People gonna talk. I don't give a damn about their snitching. I don't give a damn about what people say. Everybody gonna talk. Everybody is gonna talk. So I was curious about the back. Everybody kept talking about the backstory. Why didn't he get mad when they were calling him a virgin? Why they didn't get mad when they're talking about his clothes and his suspenders and his top missing, and talking about the man gets no coochie? Why? I mean, he didn't even get mad when they spit that wet wad on the back of his neck. That's somebody else's saliva. He didn't even trip out on that when they called him a fake teacher. So the backstory why he got so mad, why he clicked up, and Remind you, he got fired. He's no longer teaching. He's doing time, which I think is messed up because those kids were disrespectful. I think that was really messed up that he had to do time because these kids are out of control. And he was very patient with these kids. He was very professional. And this is before the cameras, right? This is before the cameras were in the classrooms. This is way before cameras were in the classroom. So it's very unfortunate that this man had to lose his job because of these ignorant ass kids. But the backstory is the why he got so passionate, because his mother had died before he got his degree, before he got his bachelor's degree. So he's been teaching for a while, but she said, I think you need to go further in your career. So he was his mother's beneficiary. His mother had died of cancer. And she said, my biggest wish is for you to get your doctor's degree in teaching, get your PhD. I want you to become a doctor. So you're good at what you do. You love teaching the kids. You are very patient. She said, this is what you've been wanting to do since you were small. And she said, the sky is the limit. She said, the sky is the limit and I want to help you. Now, remind you, his mother is telling him this while she's on her deathbed. This remind you, his mother has cancer. So while she's going through a chemotherapy, he's seen his mother decline, the woman that gave him life, all the memories. Like, he went through great depression when his mother passed. But like I said, she left him with everything. You know, his life insurance, and she had a will. His mother used to work at the bank for many years. She was a branch manager for many years, and he's the only child. So she was just been stacking up her money. You know, she wasn't married. She was just going to work, going to church, doing her thing. Had little freaks on the side, but overall she wasn't married, and she gave everything to him. So he took that money. That was his mom's wish. He was still going to school, working on to be a doctor. So, but he did get his bachelor's right after she passed away. So it was a very emotional ordeal when he got his bachelor's degree, because his mom wasn't there. So his bachelor's degree was dedicated for his mom, and now when he got into that altercation with that boy, he was on his way to get his master's. So when that boy called him a fake teacher, it triggered something. It reminded that conversation he had with his mom in the hospital, her dying wish for him, all the love and support that his mom gave to him. Everything from that moment on, especially when it pertains to him advancing in his career, everything about his career is dedicated to his mom and all the love and support. So for him, that gang member Hakeem, to call him a fake teacher, Lord have mercy on that little nigga's soul. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about the substitute teacher losing his job and doing jail time, and he will no longer be able to teach ever again because of this one incident? Michael Skits and Stories, I appreciate y'all for listening. Love y'all. I'm gone.